Good morning. Here at Bend and Breathe in Hollywood, Florida, filming a video for you all since we're practicing social distancing, but we still want our yoga. So I'm going to do an hour at your own pace, whenever works for you. It's going to be live for 24 hours on my stream on Instagram, and then you can also find it on YouTube through both the website and my own personal account. Please be mindful of the postures and take postures to your personal limitations as they are now, being mindful of any injuries, current or old, while also leaving room for your own creative explorations. If there are any variations that you like to practice, you're welcome to squeeze them in there and get your time in and honor your practice first and foremost. And we can start by finding a nice comfortable seat, legs crossed, hands gently on the kneecaps, either palms down to integrate within or palms out to absorb what it is that is all around us. Connecting, going within. Eyes gently shut. Connecting to your own natural breath. Allowing the breath to be as it is, with no added force or intention. Just taking a moment to ground down. Taking a moment to observe your body, observe your thoughts. Where are you? And then allowing that inhalation to grow more intentional. Allowing the inhalation to become longer and slower. Allowing the lungs to expand fully. Filling the lungs to the top and taking a moment to pause. And then just as slowly as you inhaled, allow the exhalation to be smooth and gradual. Allow the navel to come in and the breath to go out. Once the exhalation is at the end, hold for a moment. And then once again, inhale deeply, slowly and fully, allowing the lungs to expand. And gently exhale. Keeping your breath going as is, steady and slow, intentional and deep. Allow the chest to come forward as you bring the shoulders back and slightly down. Creating a little bit more space to breathe fully. Taking a moment here to think of a positive word, a happy memory, a joyful sound, and take a moment to appreciate that. Something simple, yet meaningful to yourself. Maintaining the integrity of your spine as well as your intentional breath, and keep your eyes closed, gently allowing the chin to fall down towards the chest, and allowing the right ear to come towards the right shoulder, keeping the head back as you bring the chin slightly up, left ear towards left shoulder, and then chin back down towards the chest. Once again, towards the right, ear to shoulder, head back, and left ear, left shoulder, and chin back towards the chest. And one more. Going slowly, there being absolutely no rush. And the chin reaches the chest once again. Allow the rotations to go towards the left and then back, and then towards the right. And then chin back down towards the chest. And 2 more rotations towards the left. And next time the chin reaches the chest, taking the inhalation, raising the gaze back up, gently opening your eyes, and exhaling. Extending the arms out in front of you, palms facing one another, interlacing your fingers, allowing the palms palms to press away from the body as you allow the chin back down towards the chest, gazing at the navel. And inhaling up, bringing the gaze of the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, neck in front, gazing at the navel. Inhale up, expanding up, chest forward, gaze up. And exhale, allowing those palms to press away from the body and the upper back to round just slightly. Inhaling up one last time, gazing up, and allowing the fingertips to come slowly down towards the floor. Taking a moment here to feel the fingertips just barely touching the ground, bring that chest forward, gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhaling back to neutral. Bring the hands to your knees, making slow rotations towards the right. Working into the hips, allowing the elbows to extend and the chest to dip as forward as comfortable for you. Allowing an awakening of your spine, your arms, keeping a mindful breath. Perhaps an inhalation as you go back, and an exhalation as you go forward. And allowing the direction to switch. Reversing now towards the left. Last rotation. And back to neutral. Once again, palms out in front of you, facing one another, interlacing the fingers, and bringing those hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, expanding the elbows up, shifting the gaze up. And exhale, rounding the back, bringing the elbows to touch, gaze at the navel. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, contracting to tiny little ball. Inhaling back to neutral. Allowing the hands to stretch out wide towards the side. And taking that left hand, bringing it to the right knee, taking the right palm, placing it behind the body, palm down on the ground. Inhale and twist as you gaze back behind you. Exhale. Allowing the breath to let you settle into the pose as you also explore perhaps shifting and twisting a little bit deeper. Keeping the hands where they are, shift the gaze forward. And then pick up that rear hand, cross in front of the body, allowing the right hand to come towards the left knee. You make little circles towards the left. Keeping the hands on the knees. And reversing direction. Last time. Keeping the right hand on the left knee, you're going to take the left hand, bring it behind the body, palm face down on the ground, and twist, shaping your view towards the back of the room. Being mindful of your breath. Keeping the hands where they are, shifting the gaze back towards the front. Take your breath here. And then bringing the left hand towards the right knee. And 3 little circles towards the left. And balancing by reversing the direction of your circles, now towards the right. And back up to neutral. Releasing those hands, stretching the palms out, up towards the ceiling, reaching with the fingertips, gazing up between the palms, and bringing your hands together, heart center, and releasing. You're going to pick up the right leg, cradling the foot and the knee within the arms. You can hold on to the calf, the fingertips, or perhaps you can interlace your fingers around that leg. You're going to drive that knee back and forth, working to the hip a little bit, maintaining a nice tall spine. Perhaps exploring different movements, circles. You go in one direction, reverse in the opposite direction as well. Taking a moment of stillness here, nice tall spine, allowing that leg to come closer towards the body. Going to take the hands to the sole of the foot, interlacing the fingers, and extending that leg out in front of us, toes pointing up. Finding a moment of stillness here. And bring that leg closer towards the body, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And on your next inhalation, releasing the left hand to the left knee, just slowly and gently allow that right leg to come down to the ground. You bring that left knee a little bit closer towards the body, shifting your torso towards your extended leg. Inhaling here, nice tall spine. Maintaining the integrity of the spine and hinging from the waist. Not necessarily going down with the forehead, but going from the waist, allowing the belly to come down towards the thigh. And then taking those fingers, allowing them to walk out in front of you. And allowing the exhalations to melt you down closer towards the extended leg. Maintaining your gaze upon the toes. And maintaining the integrity of your breath. Always allowing the lungs to fill completely. And then empty completely. Next inhalation, shaking the gaze up, body up. The fingertips can walk you up. Gently twist the body over your bent knee. Inhaling here and exhale. Once again, allowing that body to come down towards the leg. Fingertips and palms down on the ground. Lowering the body with the exhalation. Maintaining still an active right foot as you surrender over the left leg. Inhaling up, letting the fingertips guide you up. You're going to bring the right palm of the hand to the left knee, extending the left hand up, fingertips up. And on the exhalation, allow the body to tip over towards the right, hanging heavy here or perhaps playing little. By taking the grip with the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot, opening your chest up towards the ceiling, shining your chest up, gaze up, and breathing. Giving the body a moment to integrate the posture, the movements, allowing the breath to bring you a little bit deeper. Inhaling up, take that left hand and drop it behind you, and then lift the hips up, allowing the right hand to come down behind you. The exhale brings you back down. You switch your legs, bringing the right one in close to you, bending the left knee, and allowing the arms to cradle the left leg down. Driving the knee back behind you, back forward. Warming the body up nice and slow. Taking the circles. Reversing our circles. Taking a moment here of stillness, taking an inhale. And on the exhale, bring that leg closer to the body and holding. Tall spine, breath of integrity, gaze out in front. Moving the hands to beneath the sole of the foot, interlacing your fingers, and extending that leg out in front of you, toes up towards the ceiling, arms straight. And then bring that leg up closer towards the midline of the body, shifting the gaze up. Releasing that right palm down, and gently letting that left leg melt down towards the ground. Shifting your body to face the extended leg. And inhale here with a nice tall spine. Once again, going from the waist, allowing the thigh and belly to touch first. Extending the arms out, leading with the fingertips, leading with the breath. Inhale. And exhaling the body to melt down towards the leg. Keeping the gaze out in front of you. Inhale, shifting the gaze out in front, allowing those fingers to walk you back up, and then changing your body a little bit over your bent leg, and exhaling down, going towards thigh, and then melting the chest down towards the earth. Keeping the gaze out in front, walking the fingertips back out, right hand, the left hand on your right knee, right fingertips up towards the ceiling, inhaling here, and exhale, tipping over towards the left. Perhaps the work is just to stay here, opening the chest up towards the body, allowing the arm to hang heavy. Or you can play by wrapping the fingers on the edge of the left foot, and inhaling yourself up to shift the gaze up, do that little arch that you create with the leg and the arm, allowing the chest to rotate up towards the ceiling, maintaining your breath. Inhaling that arm up and behind you, and bringing the hips up as you want that left arm to come back behind. And then lowering those hips back down towards the mat. Bring the soles of your feet to touch in front of your body. Finding the proper distance for your body as it is today. Taking a moment here, nice tall spine. And on the exhale, bringing your body forward. And then perhaps moving those fingertips out in front of you. Taking your nice, smooth breaths. Allowing the exhalation to perhaps melt you down or hold you exactly where you are. Inhale, gazing forward, allowing those fingertips to bring you up once again, holding onto the ankles and allowing the chest to come forward, shifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, chin down towards the chest. Inhaling back to neutral, extending those arms out in front of you, palms facing one another. Going to interlace those fingers once again. Flip our palms, extend out in front of us, exhaling down, gazing at the navel. Inhale up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring those hands behind the head. Inhaling those elbows open. And on the exhale, we're going to take that right elbow and bring it towards the left knee. Coming back to neutral, and then bring that left elbow towards the right knee. Back to neutral. One more time on either side. Right elbow, left knee. Center, left elbow, right knee. Back to center. Inhaling fully. And exhale, bring those elbows together, gazing down at the navel. Inhaling open. Exhale, releasing those arms out long. Your fingers slowly down towards the floor. Chest forward. Breath slow. And release the legs out long in front of us. Bringing the heels the width of the mat at the front. Tall spine. Toes pointed up, slightly towards the body. You're going to take those fingers and place them on the mat in front of us. And on our fingertips, you're going to walk forward. Your hands for a walk. Same applies here. You want to hinge from the waist. And perhaps you stay here, which is fine. Maintaining the integrity of the body instead of going just for a shape. Inhaling, and on the exhaling, perhaps you can go a little bit deeper. Always allowing the body to explore a deeper expression on the exhale. Perhaps you stay active on the fingertips. Maybe drop down to the palms and surrender to the mat, the ground. Inhaling up. Allow those fingertips to walk you back. Neutral position. Taking the hands, placing the palms down, fingertips pointing forward. We're going to place our weight into those hands as we allow the toes to point forward in front of us. Inhale, we're going to lift the hips and drop the toes down towards the ground and allow our head to drop back behind us. Exhale, the chin back towards your chest and dropping the hips down slowly towards the mat. Back to a neutral spine. And bring those legs together and touch as if they were zipped up the center. One more forward fold here. Inhaling and walking those fingertips out in front of us. Belly towards the thighs. Chest towards the shins. Allowing your hands to be active on the mat, on the fingertips. Palms down, or perhaps interlaced at the soles of the feet. Inhaling and exhaling over your extended legs. Keeping the gaze at the toes. Inhaling up. Allowing those fingertips to walk you back. Gonna bend that right knee, bring the sole of the right foot down to the ground. Gonna take that right hand and just place it gently behind us, palm facing down. And with that left elbow, you're crossing from the body, bring an elbow on the outside of the right knee, pushing into it slightly. Nice tall spine here. As you exhale, shift the gaze behind you. Active toes on the left foot. And nice, calm, steady breath to guide you through. Shifting the gaze back towards the front. And releasing. Keeping the knee bent. Let's play with our left leg. Let's take a moment to either have our hands on the ground for stability or perhaps out in front of us. Inhale. Let's see if we can lift that heel off the ground. Perhaps we can bring it up, 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 up. Holding it for just a moment here. Breathing steady, allowing the challenge to invigorate you to be curious. And if you fall out, it's all right. Just get back in. And exhale slowly with control, allowing that leg to come down to the mat. Nice tall spine. And you can extend that right leg out in front of us. Inhaling here. And exhale, folding over those legs. Allow the fingertips to come out. And inhaling back up. Bending the left knee, bringing the right sole of the foot down on the ground. Shifting that left hand behind you, almost like a little support. And bring that right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Nice tall spine. And we'll twist, shifting gaze to the back of the room. Active right toes. And steady breath. Shifting the gaze towards the front. Releasing. All right, we got one more side. We got the right leg. Using your hands on the ground once again for support, or extending them out in front of you, lifting that right heel off the ground, and then perhaps leading with the toes up, bringing it higher. And gently, slowly, allowing that right heel to come back down towards the ground. Bringing the left leg out to meet the right. Tall spine. Exhale, forward fold over those legs. Inhale back up. Always finding that nice neutral spine. Always maintaining your breath. Shifting your weight a little bit back. And allowing those heels to come gently towards your body, up off the ground, and perhaps staying here, arms extended out. Maintaining your breath, and then playing with a little bit of extension with your legs. Keeping the legs nice and together, knees together, pointing the toes up. Bending the knees back down, hovering over the ground for just a moment here. And then gently allowing those feet to come down towards the floor. Bring the hands to the knees, and then the chest towards your legs. Allowing yourself to curl in here. Bringing the chin toward your knees. Inhale back up. Crossing out the ankles, allowing the hands to come down on the mat in front of you. And bringing the knees slightly back. Exhaling those hips towards your heels. And allowing the hands to walk out in front of you. Bringing the forehead down towards the ground for just one cycle of breath. Shifting the gaze out in front of you, leading with the left hand. You're going to take the left hand and cross it over the right. You're going to slide that right hand out, move it towards the right. Left hand over right, and slide the right hand out. Finding your own personal edge, elevating onto those fingertips, and exhaling down towards the ground. Shifting the gaze between the palms, leading with the right hand now. We're going to take the right hand over the left, slide the left one out, right over left. And we're going to continue walking our hands like this until we get all the way to the left side of the room. Find your own personal edge, and exhale the body down towards the ground. Inhaling up, leading with the left over the right. We walk back to the center of our mat. And extend those fingertips out in front of us, walking them out to our edge. And then exhale down. Forehead to the mat, hips towards the heels. Inhale the gaze out in front of us. And slide those hands slightly towards our body. Fingertips wide. We're going to elevate our hips back up. We're going to have our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our heels. Shifting the gaze out in front of us. Maintaining a nice neutral spine. We extend our right hand out in front of us. Thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. A left leg long behind us, pointing with the toes. Take a moment here just to find stability and strength. And on the exhale, we're going to curl beneath the body, bringing the knee towards the elbow and shifting our gaze towards our navel. And inhale expands you out. Remember, slow, deep breathing. Exhale, contracting nice and tight beneath the body. And inhale, getting nice and long, strong, energetic lines here. Last time. Elbow towards the knee, gazing at the navel. And expanding out. Take a moment here of stillness. There's no rush to go absolutely anywhere. Bending that left knee behind you, allowing that right hand to come and take hold of that left foot. Staying here with your deep breathing, or perhaps a little kick and pull action with the hands and the foot, gazing out in front of you, allowing the toes to come up. Releasing that hand back onto the mat, extending the left toes long behind you. You're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to bend the elbows as if we were hugging our chest, bring the chin down and the toes pointing up. Inhaling back up to neutral, allowing the leg to be nice and long behind you, and exhaling the chin down towards the ground, foot up, toes up. Inhaling up one more time, and exhale down. Inhaling up, allowing the leg to feel nice and long behind you, bringing the toes down to the ground, toes tucked, and exhale, pushing away from the front of the mat towards the back, feeling the pressure on your toes. And then exhaling yourself back, shoulders over wrists, and allowing that left knee to come back down to the ground. Hip over the heel. Extending the left hand out, thumb pointing up, right leg out behind you, toes pointing away. Inhale. Exhaling that knee towards the elbow, shifting the gaze towards the navel. And opening back up, nice and strong and long. And exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, nice and tiny beneath the body. Nice and long more. Bending the right knee behind you, wrapping that left hand back. Staying here, or moving a little bit deeper into it. Releasing that hand back to the ground, extending the leg long behind you. Nice strong hands, inhaling here. Exhale, bringing the chest and chin down towards the ground, driving the right toes up. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Last time. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Curl those toes towards the face and drop down onto the pad of the foot and push back into those toes with the hands. And release. Allowing those knees to come down towards the mat, and then allow those hips to melt down towards the heels, bringing those hands out in front of you and dropping the forehead down towards the ground. Inhaling the gaze out in front of you one more time. Allowing those fingers walking upright. And then bring yourself on your toes. You should be at the back of your mat right now. And if you're not, let's get there. Gonna elevate onto our toes right here. Maintain a nice tall spine. You can use your hands on the ground for leverage. You can challenge yourself, bring them to heart center. You're gonna do this as quickly or slowly as you like. We're just gonna walk ourselves on our toes towards the front of the mat. And once we get here, take a moment, open the chest up. Feel like those knees are opening up. Catch your breath if you feel a little bit winded. And then walk it back. Trusting that the mat did not get longer. And once you reach the back of the mat, once again, nice tall spine, allowing those knees to feel as if they're opening up a little bit more. And you're going to drop those heels down. Take a moment here to open our hips just a little bit, using our elbows on the insides. And then find that tall spine. Now with the foot completely on the ground, we're going to walk to the front of the mat. Might be a little bit more challenging even though you have more support, but I believe in you. I think you can do it. Being always mindful of your personal body and your knees, not pushing, but also exploring. I'm going to walk it back. Once we get here, we take those fingertips, allow them to come down to the ground, and extend those legs. Soft knees, allow yourself to give yourself a little movement. And then let those arms go limp, going for opposite elbows, and just hang heavy. Allowing the arms to feel long, interlacing your fingers loosely as you hang heavy here. You're going to inhale and swing those arms up as we bring the body up. And make big circles as we come back down. Keeping the arms together as you go up. And gently coming back down. One more time towards the right. Stopping at the bottom. And then going towards the left. The arms connected. Big exaggerated circles with our interlaced hands. Back towards the left. Last one. Up with the inhale, down with the exhale. And then hanging heavy here at the bottom. And then melting those hips back down towards the heels. You take those hands and bring them to heart center. Bringing the elbows to the insides of the knees and again, opening those knees. Staying here and playing with opening the hips. Or extending that right arm. Placing the right palm down on the ground. Left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Staying here and playing with your extension. Or wrapping around and binding. Going for either the fingertips or catching the wrist. Allowing that chest to rotate up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to explore a little bit more, you can bring those feet parallel to one another, shift the weight into our toes, so both feet, and then drop that left heel down as you elevate a little bit higher onto those right toes. And then playing with trust and strength, a little bit of momentum, you can bring that right leg down with our arms up, finding a nice tall spine, firm stability in the left leg, and gazing out in front of you. We're going to come down just as gracefully as we went up, bringing those left toes back. Extending out, rewinding all our movements. And then balancing on the left-hand side. Allowing that left arm to come out, palm down on the ground, right fingertips up. And then perhaps catching the fingertips or the wrist behind the body. Rotating the chest up, gaze up, all the way up to the ceiling. Or perhaps playing a little bit with those feet parallel to one another, elevating onto those toes, and then dropping that right sole of the foot down, right here on the left toes, soft right knee, standing with strength and balance, finding your breath, finding your spine, and then exhaling back down. Slowly, slowly, rewinding our movements, back to heart center, opening those knees, open the hips, allowing the toes to point towards the front of the room, walking those hands out in front of you, spreading your fingers, shifting gaze toward your navel in a downward facing dog. A moment of stillness here, and then elevating onto your toes, bending the knees, lowering the hips towards the heels, you're shifting the gaze out in front of you. And inhale, drawing those hips back up, extending the knees, and letting the heels sink down closer to the ground. Inhale, your gaze out in front of you. And then bending that right knee, elevating onto the left toes, And bringing that right leg in line with the top of your mat. And allowing that left leg to go long behind you. Toes pointing away. If this is a little challenging, bring that heel towards the body. And here, you play with your hands. And see where your balance is. Maybe you can bring your hands out to the sides and behind just a little bit. And allow yourself to grow that spine a little bit taller. Staying here, extending your arms slightly behind you, and then opening the chest up towards the ceiling and shifting your gaze up and perhaps behind. Chin back towards the chest, fingertips make very large circles slowly as they come forward in front of you. Extending the hands out in front, or creating a little pillow for your head. As you exhale down, allowing the breath to carry you through any type of confrontation that might come up. Finding a little bit of movement to adjust the hips if you feel uncomfortable. Finding your edge, but not the pain. And taking a moment here to integrate, release, and consciously breathe. The next inhale, shifting your gaze out in front of you, bringing those hands just slightly from the face, and then inhale, extend those elbows long, perhaps bringing the hands towards the knee, allowing the chest to forward, nice tall spine. You can stay here playing with that, or you can bend the back leg at the knee, allow that left hand to take hold of the top of the foot. And you can see now bringing that foot down towards the hip, heel towards the hip. Perhaps you want to have a little variation. You bring those toes to the inside of the elbow here, raising that right hand up, letting the fingertips catch, going over the hair, pointing down, and catching the fingertips, shifting the gaze up, shifting the gaze back. Releasing the grip, releasing that leg. And now shifting the weight towards the right, bringing that leg parallel with the mat. We're going to gracefully swing that rear leg back. We're going to dangle the left ankle over the right knee. You want to be able to rotate your ankle here to hang over the knee. And perhaps you're right here, or perhaps you're right here and you need a block. Wherever you are, it's fine. Everybody is different and it's going to change from day to day, week to week. Finding a nice tall spine here. And breathing through it once again. Slow breaths. Steady thoughts. And we extend our arms out to the side, fingertips pointing away. And we can allow our arms to come and wrap us around into a hug. Squeezing yourself nice and tight. Extending those arms out one more time and allowing the opposite arm to come on top as you embrace yourself. Releasing those arms, feeling long and stretched, bringing the arms back, chest forward, gazing up. And exhale, allowing those fingertips to come down towards the mat as you fold over those legs, gazing out in front of your palms, and gently allowing the exhale to bring you down closer to the earth. Inhaling up, letting those fingers guide you up. Going to take that left leg and bring it to the mat. And we're going to shift our weight towards the left, and we're going to take that right leg And send it behind us, toes pointing away from the body, keeping this left leg out where it is, or bringing that heel closer towards the body. Finding the hip bones, looking at your hip bones, they're not connected head beams. You want them to point out in front of you. So shift the weight to the positioning of getting the integrity of the hip bones. And to square the hips, you might compromise your level of being able to go deep. You might get higher, which is fine. Don't chase the shape, maintain the integrity. Once you find that height, you can take our hands and bring them back behind. Standing here, opening the chest, or perhaps sitting in the back bend. Inhaling, chest up towards the ceiling first, bring those fingertips behind you, and then shifting the gaze back behind you. And exhale, chin towards the chest. Allowing those fingertips to take a little walk on your body. Palms down. Forehead down towards the mat. Surrendering into any thoughts or emotions or sensations that might come up. Everything will pass. Everything is temporary. Sometimes we release and sometimes we stay. But whatever we do, let it be with no judgment and no force. Following always your intuition. Allowing play and challenges to be present. But always maintaining the integrity of the breath. Shifting that gaze out in front of you, allowing those fingertips to bring you up one more time, playing wherever you are, maybe a little wiggle. Maybe you want to come up and elevate, play that balance. When we play, we allow the body to know we're safe. Perhaps you want to play with that rear leg, good bend at the knee, allow that hand to come for the foot, and you can allow those toes and that heel to come down towards the hip. You can play here, maybe balance. Perhaps you want to interlace your fingers here, but it's mermaid. Perhaps you want to go for king pigeon. Whatever it is, maybe it's just a stretch, or maybe there's no movement, maybe there's stillness. Allow your body to take what it needs. And gently releasing that leg long behind you, shifting the weight towards the left. And then bringing that leg to be in line at the top of the mat, toes pointing up. And you're swinging that left leg over, and now you're going to have the the right ankle hanging over the left knee. You want this movement here, nice and free. Finding your nice, comfortable seat, flat on the ground. Open that chest up. Hands gently upon the legs. And finding that breath. Sending your arms out to a T. You're going to bend the right elbow. And we're going to take that left hand and bring it behind your body, allowing the fingers to walk towards one another, perhaps interlacing the fingers behind your body. Nice tall spine. Elbow pointing up, gazing out in front. Finding a moment of stillness here. We're taking one cycle of breath, inhaling here, and exhale, leading with the chest, allowing the torso to come down with the exhalation. This inhalation brings you up, and you release, arms out, allowing the fingertips to pull you long, and then left arm up. Bending at the elbow and allowing the fingertips to clasp behind you. You can always utilize straps or shirts or towels in place, or just energetically allow the fingertips to move towards one another without actually touching. Nice, deep, smooth inhalation here. And an optional forward fold here. Exhaling down. Inhaling up and releasing those arms long. Arms out to T. We're just going to make big circles forward. 3 circles forward. After the third one, reverse the direction. 3 big circles back. And release. We bring those legs out long in front of us. Soft knees, just a little wiggle, wiggle. Take your hands and just tap them down the legs to the toes. And then bring the hands, if you can reach, down to the soles of the feet. If you can't reach with extended legs, bend the knees and bring the legs a little closer to the body. And then just allow those palms to bring the toes towards the body. As if you're brushing your feet from the bottom up to the tips. And the last one, allow the toes free. And we can tap our hands back up towards our thighs. Allowing your hands to come down towards the ground here. Shifting your bottom a little bit forward. Extending the arms out in front of you. Bring the knees up, toes pointing up. You're just going to gently lower down to the mat. You're going to bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, pointing the toes towards the body, as if you were standing on your feet. You're going to bring them into a straddle, and you're going to open that straddle out to either side, allowing the legs to feel nice and heavy. You take those hands and just place them on the inside of the thighs, and then rock your feet from left to right. Perhaps as you warm up, you can allow those toes to touch the ground. Gently rocking yourself, allowing the toes to touch, and then shifting the energy over towards the other side. Finding a moment of stillness here, bending those knees, allowing the knees to come down towards the ground, and taking those hands up and wrapping them to the outer edges of the foot into a happy baby. Taking a moment here, stillness, or driving those knees one at a time down towards the ground. Gently shifting left to right, bring those knees down towards the mat. And then find a stillness as you allow your arms to pull both of those knees down towards the ground. Bring the soles of your feet to touch out in front of you, allowing the fingers to interlace behind the feet as you push those knees away from the body, as if you're on the ground, pushing the knees down towards the ground. Extending the elbows long. Releasing the hands, arms down on the floor, palms up, and gently, slowly allowing those feet, soles of the feet still touching, nothing down towards the ground. And taking a moment here, just to let the body rest. Smooth breathing. Deep surrender. Gently closing those knees up, soles of the feet on the ground. We're going to elevate ourselves onto our feet. Gently shift the body over towards the left, bring those knees up towards the chest. And then gently bring those legs towards the right side of the room. Bringing the arms out to a T, and shifting gaze towards the left side of the room. Shifting the gaze back up, neutral position. Bring those knees up to center. Placing the feet down on the ground. Bring yourself to center and then slightly towards the right. Bending at the knees, bring the knees towards the chest, and tipping over towards the left as you shift your gaze over towards the right. Your palms are nice and flat on the ground, fingertips spread. Nice, smooth breathing. Shifting the gaze back up towards the ceiling, bringing those knees towards your chest, releasing the feet down and finding your center. Hugging those knees in, wrapping your arms around your body, and then extending out, bringing the legs and the arms into just a little loose straddle. And on the exhale, as if you're going through a really thick, viscous material, and allow the legs and the arms to melt down towards the floor, towards the mat. Palms facing up, toes pointing out. Taking a moment here to close the eyes, and starting at the top of the body, scanning the thoughts, stretching the eyes tight and releasing them, wiggling the nose and relaxing, opening the mouth and allowing the jaw to move around, releasing any tension that you might be holding, any teeth clenching. Allow it to release. Allow the tongue to be nice and limp in the body. Shifting the focus to the shoulders, allow the shoulders to relax nice and loose on the ground. You stretch the right arm out a little bit more than the left, feeling long. Wiggling out the torso and the hips, feeling loose. And then taking that right leg and stretching it out a little longer than the left one. Wiggling the toes and releasing. Shifting away from your deep, long breaths back to your natural cadence that you had at the beginning. Allowing yourself this opportunity to be held while you surrender. Find Shavasana as a time for the body to be able to integrate any type of movement that you've done. Allowing the body to settle prior to more movement. Deepening breath as if you had a balloon at the center of your chest that was currently empty. And envisioning that balloon filling with air as your chest expands up. Allow the breath to be big and intentional and full. And as you exhale, envision that breath slowly moving away from the center of your chest towards the tips of your fingers and toes. And see if you can allow the exhalations to take that breath and travel it the length of your body. And then see if you can envision the inhalation, bringing that breath back towards the center, allowing the breath to move back and forth, always returning to source, and always moving throughout the body freely, oxygenating your blood, invigorating your body, and gently incorporating movements. As the exhalation brings the energy down towards the tips of your fingers and toes, respond with little movements, wiggling your toes and your fingers. And then moving the energy back towards the center of the body by awakening the ankles, the wrists, bending slightly the knees and the elbows, wiggling the hips, moving on the mat. Finding any type of movements feel comfortable for you. Feeling long, stretching your body, finding your organic movements. Perhaps you make yourself really, really long, or perhaps you curl in and make yourself really tiny. Whatever it is, take a moment here to honor your own practice, either bringing yourself to curl up into a tiny little ball on the right-hand side, taking a moment in a nice little fetus position, a little seed full of intention and potential, or perhaps just bring yourself to an upright seated position. Take a moment here to breathe. Take a moment here of gratitude for taking the time to move, to breathe, to find stillness and strength and opportunity. I hope to see you all again very soon, hopefully sooner than later. Until then, I hope you appreciate the classes that we're doing here from Bend and Breathe. May you find compassion and kindness. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Namaste.